What is going on, everybody? It is D Wayne here. I am recording a brand new episode of Beyond the Static. I know it's been quite a while since y'all heard from me. We all know how I feel about the band Sleepin'. They're some great friends of mine. A couple of them have been on this EP that I put out about a year ago, and they just put out a new song. They've been playing some shows, which I apologize I haven't been to. And they actually played, I think, last night with 2319. 2319 features a guy named Sean who I have known since he was like 13. I think we all have. He was in a band called Breaking Tradition a long time ago, and now he actually plays in Sweet Pill, who is making a lot of noise. So I just want to give a shout out to him. Keep doing your thing, young man. I really love it when I get to run into you now and then, and I need to come and check you out. And my goal going forward is to get more interviews. I know I've said this before, but I've just been looking around the landscape of how many friends, like personal friends I have in bands, and just the pure amount of local bands in Philadelphia that I have connections to. And I don't see why, like, I'm just realizing that I should focus more on my local area and, bring more content and awareness to those bands. I mean, I've done a lot of interviews with local bands, Philly area bands and artists, and I don't know. I don't know what's been holding me back. I've just had a long year with a lot of different distractions and ideas, and it's really hard to build a system when there are so many different projects and goals on the horizon. And I think a lot of it was I just needed to take some time to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. Consistency is my goal for the next couple months and year. I think that's going to be the ultimate goal. It's just to keep something coming consistently. I've started some other things. I started doing photography a lot, trying to get that up and running. Got a new photography page. I have The Archivist. I did a new music video this year, a couple lyric videos, and all of this stuff I'm doing by myself because I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm at the point where it makes sense to like hire people, and I don't know. I just enjoy it. I enjoy all the behind the scenes stuff. I enjoy editing the videos. I enjoy editing the audio. It's just I keep getting these final products and being afraid to put it out because of that like rejection sensitivity. But I know nothing is going to grow overnight, and nothing is going to grow if I don't put the work and effort into it. I will link all my other projects, my other two YouTube channels in the description. If you feel so inclined, go give it a little peek. Definitely, if you could, hit the subscribe button, give me a like, those normal YouTube podcast things. Beyond the Static is on like 15 different platforms. It's out there. If you see it on your platform, give it a like, leave me a review, comment. Also have a buy me a coffee. It's just, if you enjoy what you see, buy me a coffee. I've been on this Pierce the Veil kick lately. And I got Yeah Boy and Dollface stuck in my head off of A Flair for the Dramatics. And, just rabbit holed and started listening to like their old albums. And I realized that their 2016 album, Misadventures, I had never listened to. So I gave it a listen for the first time. And oh my God, I have been sleeping on this album. Like literally song number 1, as soon as like the riff kicks in, I'm just like, ooh, all right. It's like, yo, where have I been? So this is a little bit of a way too late Pierce the Veil Misadventures review. Just some notes I had. There's so many great moments of the song. Like on track 4, there's this like drum tension building thing where you just feel the longing in Vic's voice, and just like it just like kind of grabs you. And like then you get the circles. You could definitely see like it's a maturation into a like less screamy vibe. It sort of informs you on where their latest single was going. Like if you were listening to Circles, like it kind of makes sense that they got to where they are, even though I felt that their latest album, Jaws of Life, was a little bit of a disappointment outside of the single. Why am I blanking on the name of it? Emergency Contact. Like, that's a great song. I wasn't thrilled about the rest of the album, but maybe since I'm on this kick, maybe it'll hit different. There are a number of albums I've slept on and been way too late on. And every time I catch up with one or a new band, I'm going to be bringing it to you guys and letting you know. I've been also getting these articles coming across my little Google feed from Alternative Press, and some of them are actually pretty interesting. There is one where they rank all of New Found Glory's albums from worst to best. I love New Found Glory. I've loved them for a long time. They put out a lot of albums, and some of them I'm not as familiar with. I'd say there are 5, maybe 6 that I am very, very familiar with. So I'm kind of curious what their order is. Let's see if I agree. Let's see. 25 years. Damn, they have been around for a long time. And 11 albums. Says minus their Christmas album, which I'll have to check that out because I didn't even know that existed. Let's see. Number 11, Forever plus Forever times Infinity in 2020. Okay. Yeah, I did not even know about this. Oh, all right. Well, they say any fan who survives the 21 track deluxe edition deserves free Little Caesars pizza for life. So I might take you up on that challenge because I love Little Caesars. Not gonna lie. Make the most of it. 2023. That's number 10. Damn, I've really been out of the loop. I have to check that out. I'll get back to you on some of these and let you know what I think, if I agree. Resurrection 2014 was the first time as the 4-piece. Yeah, I think seeing the cover of that, I really wasn't too thrilled about it. Makes Me Sick 2017 comes in at number 8. Yeah, they are still prolifically putting out music, and I did not realize that their albums are still coming out with such frequency. Radio Surgery, I think I heard a single from that and was like, I don't know. Not Without a Fight. I do remember that. I feel like that was the one where I kind of took a step back because it felt like they were trying to do this older, kind of going more of a street punk kind of way, and I wasn't really feeling it. That sounds about that time. Coming Home at number 5. Coming Home is such an underrated New Found Glory album. It is a phenomenal standalone album. I will stand on that forever. I could see how in the context of New Found Glory, people would say it doesn't fit, but as an album, some of my favorite New Found Glory songs come off of that album. Just earworms. It's kind of like on the Black Parade with Teenagers. It's just kind of a random song that kind of comes out of nowhere. And when I listen to it by itself, it's great. But in the context of the album, it just feels weird. Like they tried to plug a radio single into there. Nothing Gold Can Stay. Now, there are some great songs off of this album, and I went back and revisited it a little bit back in high school, right after the self-titled, and I got to learn a little bit about New Found Glory. But I definitely would put it over Coming Home. So that means their top 3 are probably my top 3, but let's see if they got them in the right order. Come on. No, absolutely not. They do not have them in the right order because they have Catalyst at number 3. And if you ask me, Catalyst is number 1. Fight me. I said it. I'm not taking it back. Catalyst is number 1. Don't even play with me like that. Y'all are bugging. What did they say? Why? Let's see. They got All Downhill From Here, Failure's Not Flattering, and Truth of My Youth are top 15 New Found Glory songs. There are much better songs on that album than the 3 that they've named here. Definitely one of the best New Found Glory albums. Self-titled at number 2. Definitely, I don't know. I'd still put Coming Home over this album. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'd probably put this one at number 4. Coming Home at number 3. Let's see. And number 1, Sticks and Stones. I would put that at number 2. I love Sticks and Stones. I still listen to Sticks and Stones to this day. Sticks and Stones has inspired the names of other really popular pop punk bands. All Time Low. the story so far. All comes from Sticks and Stones. It's definitely the album that like solidified New Found Glory as like, yo, I'm on it. As far as nostalgia goes, like this is the one for me. Has so many memories. So when I was like 30, my girlfriend at the time had never seen New Found Glory live, and I was like, I'm not gonna let this stand. Then I took her to Warped Tour. They were coming through. So we went, and I was all up in the front with her. Ended up having the mic put in my face for My Friends Over You, and it was fucking epic. And there's one song on there that reminds me of a friend of mine that passed away that year in 2002. My friend Tim passed away, and me and one of my close friends, Ed, we drove around listening to Sunny a lot. And actually, Sunny was the first like kind of music video I made in college as like a video project. So this album holds a lot of real estate in my heart. But like, I don't know, Catalyst was that like every band I feel like has this one album where their like passion and creativity are at an all-time high, as well as like their production value where it's not like overproduced. And I think Catalyst is the one that hit that mark. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys and love you more than you will ever know. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Instagram and Facebook, it's Beyond the Static Podcast. I'm assuming that's on Threads too, Beyond the Static Podcast. Twitter, it is BTS Podcast. I really need to look into getting a TikTok, but I don't have one right now specifically for this. Like I have a personal one, but I don't have one specifically for Beyond the Static. But I do have a website that I will be linking below. Everything's there. If you know any bands that, you want to submit, that I should be checking out, drop a message. You all go enjoy the rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you're listening. I appreciate it. Share this, tell a friend, give me a like or a comment or a review. I'll see you next time.